Here's your grid then for heat number 4 in X30 Juniors. Freddie Spindlow and Finley Harrison will be your front row. Archie Walker and Christian Brooks will be row 2. Row 3 is Zach Ripley and Aaron Walker. Finley Dunn and Jacob Heap are on row number 4. On row 5 we find Khali Atkins and Finlay McKee. It'll be Tyler Reid and Charlie Field on row number 6. Row 7 will be Kak Pascuza and Alex Keynes, and then it will be Drew Davidson and Harry Cottrell on row 8. Row 9 is going to be Thomas Mills and Ben McDowell. Alex Doddington and Darryl Taylor will be your 10th row of the grid, rounding up the top 20. James Walker and Joseph Taylor will be row 11. Marcus Littlewood and Will Murdoch, row 12. On row 13, we find Jensen Buckingham and Vishal Patel. There they are. Jude Fernerhoff and Samuel Hawthorne will make it row 14. Row 15 will be Austin Byrne and Nathan Griffin. And then rounding out the 32 cards, which is very good for 4 pages on the big graphic there, Alexander Johnson and Jake Yanagisawa, so excuse me, will round out your 32 races. So, X30 Juniors, nice big grid for the X30 Juniors here this weekend. It's been really good to see that. Oliver Gray won the first heat in this class earlier today. Then it was Joseph Taylor. Josh Rowledge took the win in heat 3. But those were both raced under slightly different conditions. Be careful walking down that pit lane entrance. I'm not really sure you should be walking down there, lads. We just saw off to the camera's right. That's going to be a full start immediately because they're nowhere near formation there. We saw a driver pulling into the pits. Had a fair few full starts today, it has to be said. It's slightly harder to judge grids in wet conditions because you can sort of accelerate off the final corner, and then some people find they have drive and other people find they don't, and by the time they've got half accelerated towards the line ahead of the start, it's the realisation that it's
he's stuck at the end of the pit lane now.
The realisation that you haven't got a good drive off the corner and you're all out of formation. The pole sitter has gone into the pits. Freddie Spindlow is in the pit lane. So some drama has befallen him. And does that cause a bit of confusion for our grid? We wait to see if our pole sitter emerges. The field are going to come round. They're going to be good for the start. And this is them. This is where they have to realise and go, okay, the person who should be in front of me shouldn't be there. Or isn't here, excuse me, so I shall simply take up my position. Here we go then, and across the line to begin the race. And I think we did see Spindlow there. That's actually the number 13 of Zach Ripley, so that's not our pole sitter who emerged from the pit lane, and that is our pole sitter, so apologies for that. It was actually grid place number 5 who pulled into the pit lane. But I'm being told that's the cameraman's fault by the producer as they weave their way through Ashby. As they work their way through Wilkins now. That was the 82 of Christian Brooks trying to make a move there, I think, into Wilkins. Seems to have dropped down a few positions. We go, oh goodness me, 3 wide into Oziers to come onto the back straight. But it is our pole sitter, Freddie Spindlow, who didn't go into the pit lane and actually started from pole. And they're saying it's the cameraman's fault, but to be fair, it should also be me checking the number of the cars on pole. He comes round to finish the first lap in the lead, where he started. Freddie Spindlow leads, Archie Walker in second, Khali Atkins third. Then it's Finley Dunn, Aaron Walker, Tyler Reid, Kak Pascuza, Christian Brooks, Finley Harrison and Ben McDowell round out your top 10. And yes, just to confirm to everyone who's asked online, thank you, Closure on YouTube. It is random grids for the heats, except with novices starting at the back. That's the only caveat to add to that. For second place, though, look at this. The 24 of Khali Atkins down the inside of Archie Walker at Ashby Corner. just about made that stick, and behind them, that is the 15 of Aaron Walker, who's got by. Who is that who's got by there? I wonder if that's a car that's off the pace and a lap down, as the 53 has come to a stop at the top of the circuit. That is Duke further off. They weave their way through the boot and on to a new lap. Oh, and there's an incident there at the final corner. 51 is involved in that one, that being Samuel Hawthorne. And we'll look at who else was that. So that was Finley McKee, has had a slow lap as well. So I wonder if that's the 53 being recovered. That's Jude Fernerhoff's car. Kart being recovered to the side of the track. Forlorn Jude there, I think, sat at the marshal post, but meanwhile on track, the 62 of Alex Keys is having to defend. We cut back towards the front of the field, and it's because Khali Atkins has been setting some really impressive pace and has got right onto the back of Freddie Spindlow here. So this is a legitimate battle for the leader of the race. Khali Atkins sets a new fastest lap of the race, which is a 1 minute dead. Exactly 1 minute to the 100th of a second around Whilton Mill gives Khali the fastest lap of the race. So the gap has closed down. It's 0.3 of a second coming onto this lap. Here they are then, the leaders going through Wilkins now and then breaking downhill into Oziers. Behind them in third place at the moment, it's Archie Walker who's in third, and then it's Aaron Walker who's in fourth. So that's one to not get confused with on your timing towels on the left. And look at this, Khali Atkins uses all of the curb and he's going to try down the inside of the final corner. Spindlow is going to claim force majeure as to why he had to go on to the outside there and keep his foot in it. But it was a bold use of the curb there from Khali Atkins. The battle lives to fight another day. Coming up the hill towards Christmas Corner. And Spindlow here is definitely feeling the pressure from Khali Atkins. Through Inkham as they go, he'll go defensive into Ashby. And at the moment, Spindlow driving the widest kart in Northamptonshire, but surely there's an opportunity for Atkins into Ashby, into Oziers, excuse me, and there isn't going to be the drive from taking the wide wet line there for Spindlow, and change of lead. Khali Atkins takes it from Freddie Spindlow with a couple of minutes left on the clock, plus a lap. In the background, Archie Walker there in the 90 kart, ready, I'm sure, to take up the role of leader if these two come to blows. But Spindlow does not get great drive off the corner. And based on the pace we've seen from Khali Atkins, actually, to be fair, Atkins and Spindlow have sort of matched each other for pace for to a large part for the last few laps. For the most part, even for the last few laps. Archie Walker third, Aaron Walker in fourth, Tyler Reid in fifth. Joseph Taylor has just got up to sixth place in the 56 kart. Good work there. And Marcus Littlewood is on a charge as well in the ninth place. So look out for his Senna tribute livery in the back of your shots as we look at the lead group. And what's notable about the lead group is it has closed up a little bit now. Khali Atkins may have got a little bit of breathing space over Freddie Spindlow, but I would say that both Archie and Aaron Walker are closing up here. 46 seconds left on the clock. So this is the penultimate lap. And it's really closing up here, actually, amongst the top three. As they come through the top of the lap, through the right-hand Inkermans. And it has now properly stopped raining, so it is going to be a question of how many karts does it take to dry out a racing line at Whilton Mill. And then it becomes the question of, having dried out a racing line, how do you overtake, i.e. go offline when it's so wet? So difficult. I was talking earlier about the skill of driving the wet. Driving on a drying track is yet another set of skills that drivers need to have in their toolbox. Coming on to the last lap, Khali Atkins has driven a really good race to get up into that top spot. He's just got to nurse it round on this last lap. Further back though, these are the battles that we like to see. This is the battle from 15th downwards we just saw there. Drew Davidson leading Alex Keynes, Thomas Mills, Zach Ripley, Vishal Patel and Finley Harrison all battling away. We cut back to the leaders. Is there anything on in the final lap? The two walkers look like they might have a bit of a run on each other, a bit of a battle going on there. The 90 defending hard against the number 15. Archie Walker feels the need to go defensive into Ozier's. We'll allow Walker have a look into the boot section. Ahead of them, Freddie Spindler is not close enough to challenge Atkins. So Khali Atkins is going to round the final corner to take the win in the final heat of the day in the X30 Juniors. Khali Atkins wins. Freddie Spindler in second, third for Archie Walker. Aaron Walker finishes fourth. Joseph Taylor took Tyler Reid for fifth at the end there. James Walker in seventh as the 46 is off. That is who's in the 46. That's Charlie Field who's come off there in that. So he'll drop down the order. James Walker 7th, 8th for Christian Brooks. Marcus Littlewood in 9th, 10th for Finley Dunn. Cat Pascusa finishes 11th. There is Will Murdoch, Darrell Taylor, Ben McDowell, Drew Davidson in 15th, managed to hold off the battle pack behind him with Alex Keane, Thomas Mills, Zach Ripley, Vishal Patel and Finley Harrison down to the top 20 there. And then it was Alex Doddington, Samuel Hawthorne, Jensen Buckingham, Alexander Johnston, Nathan Clifford finished 25th, but it was Austin Byrne, Charlie Field, Jacob Heap, Harry Cottrell, Finley McKee, that's fine, 30th, and Jake Renegasawa.